Okay, listen. Okay, this one was, listen, okay, like, all right, here we go, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and start off here with the team update June 2025. I'm excited. I've been waiting for some kind of communication here. Hopefully it has some details about our, okay. Before I read it, I want balance patch, I want revives for normal mode, and all subsequent raids behind it, both the difficulties. I want catastrophe mode. I want female paladin. I want my hemomancer. Free relic books. Yeah, I want at least 20 selectors as compensation for the mental damage I've taken in playing this game for so long. WAGS. Okay, well, that's yet to be determined. Let's go. Lock in. Here we go. WRMT. No, no, no. All right, Heroes of Arcadia. We want to provide an update on topics we discussed throughout our recent team video and some found within the latest Korean live stream. We also be attempting to provide some clarity on some other items we haven't talked about yet. Interesting. 3 quick reminders before we dive in. If you haven't watched the latest team update where Brox, Matt, and Henry covers some of their major upcoming changes in the West, you can find it here. It has a lot of context you'll otherwise be missing, as this is a follow-up to that video. We will provide the context necessary for some items, but not at the same depth. We are striving to be as transparent as possible. Don't want to share dates that could fluctuate this early in the process to avoid disappointments. We'll be sharing general timeframes in this article for the discussed items arriving after the June update. The next roadmap will be released in early July. So if you're wondering when some of these features will be releasing, make sure to tune in. All right, so I feel like I'm already let down on female paladin and catastrophe mode in Paradise on Wednesday, guys. Darn it. Similar to the note above, many of these items are in active development, so you may see some changes throughout the process of bringing them to the West. We will share any major updates or changes with you as soon as we can. June update. As June was on the previous roadmap, we want to share a few adjustments that will be included soon. Raid balance and resurrection system for Kazuros raids, with the June monthly update arriving several weeks after the Act 3 raid. So with the June monthly update arriving several weeks after, okay, so that means we're getting Act 3, and then several weeks later, we're getting raid balance and resurrection. So a lot of people were saying they don't want revives right away, the minority, based on polling. We've been implementing a resurrection system and decreasing the difficulty of several past raids. Behemoth, Echidna, Agir, and Belshazzar. The June release notes will have full detailed descriptions for both the raid balance adjustments along with the resurrection system, but the quick summary is that each player will receive a single revive per gate attempt that can be used after dying to most things, excluding certain patterns or wipe mechanics. This will allow the first few weeks of the frontier system to remain challenging for Act 3, but will ensure that all raids become more accessible for casual players and alternate characters. Okay, I mean, it's cool. We talked about that as an option. Ideally, that was the best scenario. I wish they put revives in with normal, though, honestly. I think hard have it come in later in the frontier system, and then normal should have just been revives from the start. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but both difficulties work like that too, I guess. Stylebook and Stronghold portrait system. We're excited to announce that the Stylebook feature will be arriving in the main June update at the end of the month. Wait, main June update at the end, so not until the end of this month. We'll provide a full overview in the June release notes, but a quick summary of the Stylebook is that it's a tool to allow players to upload screenshots of their outfits and style for other players to use as an inspiration. Players can upvote various looks and favorite them to influence their own styles. We're very interested to see who will emerge as style icons in the West. Listen, guys. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think I already have this one in the bag. I'm pretty sure I'm already the fashion icon with character design. Yep, I'll be putting up my old Bard skin, my Aeromancer skin, my Vi skin. Yep. You guys are all so welcome for, bringing that to you. It's my gift, my parting gift before I leave this earth. Along with the Stylebook feature, new screenshot tools will become available, including a frame feature in the Stronghold where players can display their favorite screenshots. All right, guys, Gooners rejoice. You can now put up pictures of butts and boobs in your Stronghold. Congratulations, because that's literally all you're going to use it for. That's it. That's the only reason this is going into the game, is so you guys can have like a goon dojo. Here we go. Okay, so that's our June update. So Stylebook, Raid Balance, Resurrection. Makoko Bootcamp. Well, we saw a lot of positive feedback reinforcing the decision to tie Makoko status to 10x raid clears. We also saw some player concerns about the system still having an item level capped after we shared the planned changes. So we want to share the planned level. When the Makoko Bootcamp returns this summer with the adjustments, it'll be extended to include a Gear Act 1 hard mode and Belshazzar Act 2 normal mode. For those raids, we plan for the item level cap to be... I don't agree with, capping it, guys. It should go up to the previous raid period. It should be hard as well. And that's like my honest opinion. It's already hard enough for players right now to get into a hard mode. And people need incentive. I think they should extend it to hard mode. Hopefully they reconsider that. Why have a cap at all? Lots of players overhone even for normal. Yeah, but I mean that's going up to 1689. That's 19 item levels over normal. I don't know a lot of people that will wait that long to go into it unless they're like whaling, right? All right, skin collection book. Quick context. It's a feature that allows for more organized. Oh, that's cool. We're getting the skin collection book. That's massive. We didn't really see that in our update note. I think in the Chinese like Loan they had. Right? I think it was Chinese Loan, right? Like that's a big win. That's a really nice feature for those that have a bunch of skins. Like lets you organize them, set up outfits, preloads, presets, things like that. That's really cool. Una's task improvements. Wait, okay. I'm getting nervous, guys. Okay, in the last player survey, we had specific questions about your thoughts on dailies. The feedback provided by you, the Lost Ark community, helped us during discussions about changes for the Western version of the game. As a direct result, we are very excited to bring the following change to the West. Daily Una tasks will be improved to help balance the amount of daily, weekly homework activity when the Paradise system is added to the game. So that means we're getting it definitely in the summer. Paradise, right? Daily tasks will remain, but once the reputation milestones are reached, the tasks will disappear. Daily Una's rewards will be moved to weekly quest rewards. So you finish the reputation, and I'm assuming all the rewards for Una stuff is just going into the weekly rewards. That's cool. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. I like that. Less Unas. Cool, cool, cool. All right, general quality of life. Throughout the summer, we plan to implement a variety of upcoming quality of life changes. Everything from removing tripod levels and epic engravings to, okay, cool. No more tripods. No more epic engravings. Big W. Two quality of systems we haven't discussed previously are the Battle Analyzer feature, okay, a feature that displays the player's battle performance to themselves, and the Comprehensive Battle Score, a form of gear score that factors in a variety of power vectors. For these systems, we're excited to implement them as we believe that they will help players better understand their contributions on the battlefield, but we'll be on the lookout for toxicity created by these systems. I mean, yeah, just fucking punish the people who are abusing the system or like, you know, harassing other people. It's toxicity in general. It is what it is, dude. We're getting self-only battle analyzer, cool. We're getting the battle score, which I really, really like. We hope that other changes will help mitigate gatekeeping and toxicity, such as the updates to Makoko Bootcamp, raid difficulty decrease, and the Kazos raid resurrection system. We're still evaluating the bound gem changes for the Western release, and we're aiming to have a further update in the next roadmap. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good. All W's right there. All W's right there. Guys, I would not hold your breath for a roster bound gems. You're going to be holding your breath too long. You might pass out. Mileage shop. Our policy for the mileage shop will be providing 10% of royal crystal spent through the in-game shop as prestige points, which can be exchanged for a variety of rewards in the mileage shop. It's important to note that prestige points are not awarded for Steam DLC or MTX items. So all the skin buyers don't get a bunch of shit, or for items purchased with crystals. So blue crystals are out, I'm guessing. I'm assuming that means blue crystals, not royal crystals, right? Well, we're getting 10% for any of the packs we buy, it looks like, right? So we're only getting 10% of the money spent retroactively. I mean, it's better than nothing, but man, I'm guessing packages are going to be 10% of the value. Gold swipe will be 1-to-1. I'm like real talk, I'm surprised we're getting anything retroactive, period. This will also retroactively apply to past royal crystal expenditures. We are currently targeting August for full release, so August. That's a ways out, no? All right, API. Our team hit some delays in releasing the feature from when we initially stated we were looking into releasing in the West, but we are still actively investigating the path forward. We know it can be frustrating for those who were eagerly anticipating its arrival, but didn't want to remain silent on the topic. That's good, at least. When we know it's important to various players, content creators, and fan sites, we will continue to work on the behind the scenes and will provide more concrete update when we're able to. I mean, that's a lot of stuff I think we already knew, but it's just giving us a little bit more communication and timing on it, which is good. Like W for communication. Looking ahead, we have a lot of exciting content on the horizon with Act 3 arriving shortly, another big update later in June, followed by the roadmap in early July, and share the future of content of Lost Ark. As always, thank you for your passion, feedback, and support. It's been critical in helping us shape the future of Arcasia with a multitude of systems and pieces of content on the horizon, some of which are being designed for a global version of Lost Ark. Your feedback and passion will continue to be essential. In the meantime, we'll see you in Arcasia. Yeah, no mention of the West update like server merges, no balance patch or mention of any balance patch in any of these updates, which that doesn't mean 100% it's not possible for this next patch. All right, so here's an additional look at Henry looking fly with his heart glasses. Apologies for anything that wasn't clear. Here's a few facts. In Eye of Arcade, we mentioned that Mordum would be releasing with quality life changes from Korea. So we're getting all the changes. So all the updated KR changes are coming in is the way I read that. Yeah, so we're getting all of the KR changes. So that means it's going to be super nerfed. That's what it reads as to me. The revised system is for all Kazros raids. The 4 raids listed were for the additional balance changes. Luna, I love you. It's still kind of vague. But my assumption, which isn't the best thing to go on, is that we're getting all the quality of life changes from the Korea balance patch. As in the raid balance, not as in character change. So to recap, getting additional raid balance and the resurrection system later in June. Stylebook and Stronghold portrait systems later in June. Gooners rejoice. Makoko Bootcamp going up to Brel normal, up to item level 1689. The skin collection, which is a nice interface for you to manage your skins and outfits, and you can go through them all. Una's task improvement. So basically they're removing, after you finish reputation, most of the rewards are going to be going into the weekly stuff. So you can finish reputation and just focus on the weeklies, like less thing to do daily. Big W right there. Battle Analyzer, which is a self-only DPS meter that shows up after the raid, so you can get like a recap of what you did, as well as the battle score, which is going to be kind of like a overall score that it's going to include like your cards, your engravings, your gems, your bracelet, like all the additional stuff, instead of just going off your item level, then having to manually inspect everything else. So that's kind of cool. I don't know everything it's going to include. We'll see. Mileage shop is coming in. Retroactive 10% on Royal Crystals spent in-game shop. And that's going to be an August release. We don't know if that's going to be a one-to-one for crystal purchases, however, but the packs and stuff. Now, MTX items, meaning your Steam or MTX, so skin purchases aren't going to count towards your mileage, which is interesting. So like all these swipe packages, like materials are going to count, things like that. Anything that costs blue crystals does not count. They did mention the bound gems, that they're still monitoring it basically, and they're going to have another update in the roadmap here for us. The API, they're at least saying they're still working on it. They hit some delays, no concrete date yet. It sounds like we're getting a big update later this month. Roadmap July, which is probably going to include our plans for female pally and paradise system, and then the other items mentioned in here. Overall, I think it's good news. I think that a lot of this stuff we already knew, but it's giving us a little bit of a better idea of timing, and honestly, any communication's a W. I wish it was more frequent. That's my only feedback for them right now. Is like, just do it more often. No instrument patch. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't mention the instruments either. Probably be in the roadmap as well. W overall.